Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a team deathmatch gameplay on the map Stockpile, and obviously this is another gameplay from the Escalation DLC map pack that just came out for Call of Duty Black Ops on the Xbox 360, and I thought I'd give you guys this gameplay because it is really awesome, and I thought you guys would enjoy it, and also I can talk about the maps a little bit. So quickly, before I get into all that, this gameplay I was using the Commando with the red dot sight, Scavenger, Sleight of Hand, and Ninja, and my kill streak setup, I believe, was the UAV, the Blackbird, and then the Chopper Gunner. I decided to take off Attack Dogs and replace it with the UAV because I was having a little bit of trouble getting up to my higher kill streaks on these new maps, and it definitely helped me out and allowed me to get this great gameplay right here for you guys. And occasionally, yeah, you're going to run into those teams that are filled with a ton of guys with Ghost, but also you might find teams like I just played against here with like only half the team using Ghost and Strela rockets, and the other half kind of running around without that stuff, where you can kill them when you see them on your UAV. So anyway, this is a gameplay, like I said, from the map Stockpile, and at first when I talked about this map in my very first impressions of the Escalation map pack in my previous video, I had talked about it maybe not being so great for air support, and I gotta tell you guys, I was wrong about that. I've been playing this a lot more. I got a lot more playing time on the Escalation map pack maps so that I could talk to you guys a little bit more in detail about them, and maybe be a little bit more accurate about it. And first time around when I was playing this map, I thought it was like a big basically cluster of buildings in the center of the map, and what it turns out is it's just this one big warehouse that I'm in right now that I control for a lot of this gameplay. And because I thought it was like a lot of different buildings, I figured it took up a little bit more of the map than it actually does, and I thought because of when I played it, everyone was flocking towards it, that this would be the main area where traffic would take place, and that everyone would flock to be inside it, and subsequently air support wouldn't be that great. What I actually found out is that if you do a good job of controlling the center building, which is, by the way, a great spot in my opinion, because by staying in it you have access to areas all around you. You pretty much have like a 360, you can see like anywhere on the outside of the map from certain areas in the warehouse. So if you control it really well, you can keep the enemies spawning outside of it. If your teammates do the same thing, you can again keep the enemies spawning outside, and like I'm doing right now in the Chopper Gunner, then you can mow them down outside. A lot of people suggested that I don't fast forward the Chopper Gunners because you guys want to see the overheads of the map, and one thing I'm considering doing here, guys, is doing a theater mode walkthrough of all the maps, or like a third person overhead of all the maps, showing you guys everything, and pretty much it wouldn't be any multiplayer gameplay or anything like that. And I'm afraid to do it because I'm afraid a lot of people are going to be like, why the hell did you upload this? I got the maps myself. I think I might end up doing it and putting the videos as unlisted because I'm not trying to be like a view whore here. All I want is for the people on the PlayStation and the PC to see what's going on with these maps and get a feel for them, because when you are just watching someone's first person gameplay, it can be pretty difficult to see everything that's going on with the map and get a good feel for what it is and whether or not you might like it. So yeah, let me know what you think about me possibly uploading them as unlisted and leaving links to each of them like in videos and stuff like that. Yeah, I might do that later. So let's talk a little bit about whether or not I think this is worth buying. So I think it's Woody's Gamertag who often does game reviews where he tells you guys, it depends. He doesn't give it a number rating. He gives it a little bit more subjective, or maybe it might actually be a less subjective rating, where he tells you guys, well, it depends on how many games you buy a year. If you buy, 2 or 3 games a year, you might want to get this game. But if you only buy 1 game a year, probably don't want to get this game. Instead, get Black Ops or something like that, or the next Call of Duty game. Well, the way I like to rate DLC and map packs and stuff like that is basically how many hours a week do you actually put into Call of Duty, because the thing is that A, the more you play it, the more use you're going to get out of it, and B, the more you play the game, the more tired you probably are of all the maps that are already on the disc and the ones maybe you got from the First Strike DLC. The situation with me is I put like 10 days into this game, 8-9 days, something like that, in the first couple months, and I got really tired of the maps. So when the first map pack came out, I was super excited for it, and it sort of spiced things up for a week, sort of like when they add a new playlist and other stuff like that. And the same thing goes for this map pack. It's not extraordinary, but it certainly doesn't have any terrible maps. These maps don't feel extraordinary. They don't feel like anything super above and beyond. Not that they should be. I'm not trying to insinuate that they're bad. I'm just saying that they aren't bad, but they aren't super outstanding. So if you're someone who plays this game relatively often, I'm going to say more than 4 to 5 hours a week, if you do get on this game at least once every other day, I'd say that this is definitely a buy map pack. I'd say you can get it if you have the money laying around, and you'll enjoy it, and it'll definitely make the game a little bit more fun for you for a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, maybe until they even release another map pack, which they might do. If you're someone who only plays Call of Duty maybe twice a week for an hour at a time, or even less than that, I'm going to say that you're probably not going to get your money's worth out of this $15 First Strike DLC. So don't go for it. You can just maybe watch some gameplays. If you look like if you look at the maps and you think you're really going to enjoy it, you're really tired of the other ones, then maybe go for it. But for the most part, there's nothing outstanding here that you guys haven't seen before. They got a couple new things like doors that go up and down on this map that I don't think I use at all. But for the most part, you got standard Call of Duty maps. It's something new to look at. It's kind of nice in that regard, but other than that, it's not anything outstanding. One final note is that I know this is another thing that Woody's Gamertag always talks about. These maps, they don't they're not super bright and brilliant. They're kind of dark and down in the dumps almost. It's not really like enlightening to play these maps. I don't know that Call of Duty really should be, but one thing I really liked about the Infinity Ward maps was that they were really colorful, and I want to add to this gameplay that these ones aren't. They're kind of dull and boring looking, and I don't know. It's really up to you guys what you think of them. Some people don't care about the graphics. Some people only care about the map design. But it's everyone's personal preference, I guess. So anyway, guys, that's the end of this gameplay. Final score was 47 kills and 3 deaths in a regular team deathmatch gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. If you did, please take a second to rate the video. It only takes a fraction of a second, and it really helps me out here, guys. So I will see you later. Adios.